Welcome back to the show. XRP well over $2 and taking out USD, Tether, and Solana. But here's another point we have to consider. What happens to the XRP escrow, especially knowing that the real USD is going to be launched days from now? Somebody roll that beautiful intro. You're going to love it.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $3.56 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is off 2%. Bitcoin, 95,600 plus. 3,600 plus for Ethereum at the moment. Uh-oh. Look who's at the number 3 spot. Good morning, XRP. How's your fancy little coin doing? That's what they ask us. Yeah, well, I say it's doing pretty damn good. We just flipped the largest stable coin in the world, USD Tether. $2.39. We're up 24.8% on the 24-hour. That's a percent an hour. Then we're up 64.4% on the 7-day. $136 billion plus market cap. And here's the news. We still don't have the institutions in the game yet. We got a lot of stuff that still needs to happen yet. We haven't even seen network effects yet. Yeah, this is getting real good, ladies and gentlemen. XRP, number 3 spot. Remember, before the case, XRP was at number 2 spot, flipped Ethereum, and then we just conveniently got sued, right? Well, yeah, more on that later. Right now, ranging between $1.88 and $2.37. We're at the top of the range, which means XRP is out here for a jog. It's not ready to take a break yet. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. You're going to love what we got today. Especially this. Private equity, this is what the wealthiest 1% of the world do. They invest in private equity. Why? Because you get early access to top investments that are not yet available to the general public. That's right. Before an IPO, before a merger and acquisition, they have the best companies on the Link2 platform that you could ever imagine. And look, some of these, example, Link2 is like owning land in Manhattan. You know why? Because there isn't going to be any more land in Manhattan. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. So look, it's important that we do the things that the wealthy people in the world do. This is one of them. Click the link below and find out just how incredible the opportunities are on Link2. And they have the most affordable minimums in the private equity space. I kid you not. This is a remarkable opportunity. And this stuff on the platform, it doesn't always last forever. So make sure you sign up and register. It takes no time at all, and fund your account because you could be buying just like the wealthiest people in the world do. Link underneath the video. And this, ladies and gentlemen, the largest XRP conference in the world, early bird special limited pricing. And I don't mind telling you, the tickets are flying off the shelf because the price is going crazy. We had not anticipated sales jumping off this hard, and we're super grateful. I want to meet every single one of you. But I tell you, I just locked down somebody on Friday. Oh, I want to tell you who it is, but I'm not able to yet, and that's okay. But you know what? You're going to love it. And if you want anything in this space, whether it's NFT talk, whether it's meme talk, whether it's financial system talk, you want to find out about metaverses, this is the place to come because we're covering every single bit of it for every aspect of this space. And it is going to be an experience you have yet to feel. I'm telling you right now, get your ticket today. Don't mess around. This thing is going to sell out. It is obvious at this point. Don't mess around. I don't want anyone to miss it, and it makes a great Christmas gift. Let's get started. VanEck CEO shares a very real story right here about Bitcoin and why he gets it, that it's freedom.
Everyone, for those of you who don't know VanEck, definitely Bitcoin, I would say, is in my blood. And I say that because VanEck was founded in 1955, but we also started the first gold mutual fund in the United States in 1968 before the big inflationary run-up of the 70s. And it was illegal for Americans to hold gold bullion at the time. Plus, and I haven't said this before, but my mom is German, and she was actually a refugee. She had to flee the communist secret police who were trying to arrest my grandfather. So I get why Bitcoin, I get why freedom.
That's a powerful, powerful story right there. And shout out to him for sharing it. But, you know, this gets real. So, look, shout out to Matt Hogan from Bitwise sitting beside him on stage. I'll be talking to him later today. Howard Lutnick, Bitcoin is a commodity. It should be treated like gold and oil. This is the new Department of Commerce head. Take a listen.
Finish this conversation on regulation and your new exchange. Do you expect similar regulations for commodities and other things that are traded on your new exchange as we see for equities?
I think it's going to go a little slower.
Okay.
But eventually, commodities and equities will kind of sort of merge over a long period of time, over maybe 20 years. I mean, let's face it, they don't even know how to do crypto and digital at all.
Yeah,
right? They have no idea. They still don't understand how important it is to actually get it right. You know, it's just platitudes and being on TV. They have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea. Bitcoin is a commodity. It should be treated like gold and like oil. It's just a commodity. Other digital currencies, different. Other digital assets, different. But Bitcoin is a commodity. But why can't they understand it? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it has been a fight for years with regulators, right? But we're about to clear that path, no question about it. And take a listen to Senator Cynthia Lummis here as she talks about this. We're not going to play this whole clip, but you need the first part of this. Let's see where things are going.
The Bitcoin cavalry is coming to Congress to help the hero who's been holding down the fort all by herself. In fact, Bitcoin Magazine features Senator Lummis from Wyoming just recently on a post that was talking about the strategic Bitcoin reserve. It said it's a modest proposal, but has huge upside. So let's bring in Republican Senator from Wyoming, Cynthia Lummis. Senator, first and foremost, listen, I know you love that. You look great, by the way, with laser eyes. Let's talk about the Bitcoin Act of 2024, because the most important thing for a lot of people is establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve. On the other hand, though, some people say, why would we need such a thing?
Well, first of all, Charles, I want to compliment you on your newest book. I read it, I loved it, and I recommend it to everybody.
Thank you.
And among the things you raised, Charles, in your book is the importance of having diversified assets, the importance of having some things that are a long-term store of value. And Bitcoin is certainly that. So why Bitcoin would make sense as part of our strategic reserves is that we recognize other long-term stores of value and put them in strategic reserve. We have a gold strategic reserve. We have an oil strategic reserve. I think it is fitting that Bitcoin, now that is really digital gold, be included among our reserve assets. So I'm proposing in the Bitcoin Act that we purchase roughly 200,000 Bitcoin a year just by converting money we already have into Bitcoin and hold them for 20 years. If we did that with, say, 5% of all the Bitcoin that will ever exist, which is roughly 1 million Bitcoin, we could cut our debt in half in 20 years. And in the meantime, we would have an asset that's growing in value while our own dollar is decreasing in value. And thereby we could shore up the US dollar as the world's reserve currency.
And I don't mind adding to that point that we can also shore up the dollar so it doesn't lose value in other ways. And I have said before, and I just want to highlight again, if the government does in fact pass this bill and use Bitcoin as a stockpile reserve asset, this is going to convince me that what I already believe anyway, that Bitcoin was in fact a government psyop to work as a financial band-aid while the transition of the economy moves to a new digital era. That's what I believe. You don't have to, but I certainly do. And that's why I've chosen to take exposure in it, no matter how much we've gone over the cons in this space, because I'm an investor first, right? And then here is our new U.S. Treasurer, and he's nothing like Janet Yellen.
I've been excited about the president's embrace of crypto, and I think it fits very well with the Republican Party. The ethos of crypto is about freedom, and the crypto economy is here to stay. The Democrats are running from it because they're trying to wash off the stench of Sam Bankman-Fried and his family's donations to the Democratic Party. So they're willing to take down a whole industry because of bad behavior on their part, bad behavior on one actor. And I think that everything's on the table with Bitcoin. And to me, one of the most exciting things about Bitcoin is for a generation of investors who maybe post the great financial crisis have been looking for investment opportunities, or maybe they'd soured on markets. Crypto is bringing in young people. It's bringing in the people who haven't participated in markets, and having a market culture in the U.S. and people believing that markets work for them is a centerpiece of capitalism.
There you have it. That's your new U.S. Treasurer right there. I'm loving what I'm hearing. I can tell you that much. And that was before he was even being picked. So this is pretty remarkable stuff out of him. Now, we know in order to really kick things off, obviously we have to have legislation. And it seems like the appointees that are coming into the respective agencies, that's exactly what they're going to make sure of here in the States. But we also know it's going to need interoperability. And that's what we get with the Interledger protocol that was gifted to the W3C, the World Wide Web Consortium that oversees the standard and principles as an international body. Yes, that's real. Each of these networks is connected to the Interledger protocol. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, even though it's a fantastic post. Give XRP Drops a follow. Japan's connected. Europe's connected. USA, UK, China. You see the major players of the world are connected here. That's what has been happening for more than a decade now. Is we've been watching Ripple with their head down, creating all this market infrastructure and interoperability. So when the legislation and the global cooperation is right on how to handle these things, regulate them and tax them, we could see all of this already in play. That's where we're at here. And we know we could be days away as people close to the matter say that the NYDFS has indicated to Ripple it will approve the real USD, and the company is eyeing a possible launch date of December 4th. 2 days from now. 2 days from now. Think of it. What's that going to start doing for price? And boy, have we got something to consider about that. Luke Thomas, shout out to him. Give this guy a follow. Boy, I tell you what, I know I love speculating, and Luke's done it here. Luke, they might get mad at you out here, but I know I won't. I love speculating. That's why I'm here. I'm a speculator in this space. I'm a baby VC, and I love being in this space. And I love speculating, and this speculation is just as great as anything I've ever come across. Speculation is circulating on crypto Twitter or X that Ripple could custody its entire XRP escrow to serve as the initial reserve for the real USD. He says, let me explain in simple terms what this means and why XRP will witness a hyper-galactic pump if this were true. Now, I go on to say, I have highlighted already that we've heard Brad Garlinghouse put the example of Circle losing the peg of USDC, and he felt like that was a sign to him that Ripple could certainly back a peg if they had a stable coin. And at one point, they were responsible for 20% of Circle's flows for a USDC. So understanding that, that's Brad saying to me what I hear in that interpretation. My translation of that is that Ripple could use XRP to back the real USD stablecoin should it ever lose the peg. Well, take a listen. Current state, Ripple holds around 38 billion XRP in escrow till late April 2027. This XRP is currently locked in every month. 1 billion XRP is unlocked from escrow. Ripple either sells some of the XRP to secondary market, but most of the time they have locked it back into the escrow. In 2024, Ripple sold around 3 billion worth of XRP for 3.46 billion. Creating real USD reserve. Ripple decides to use 30 billion XRP from the escrow as a reserve. Ripple locks the XRP into a smart contract or specific mechanism, ensuring it can't be used directly, but acts as a backing collateral for real USD. This is exactly what I've been laying out about Brad's comments about Circle losing the peg with USDC. Minting real USD issues or mints real USD as a new digital asset. For simplicity, assume 1 real USD equals 1 USD. backed by the value of the locked XRP reserve. The 30 billion XRP reserve is used to ensure the value of real USD is stable and credible. Selling real USD, Ripple sells real USD to its on-demand liquidity partners, banks, payment providers, etc. These partners use real USD for fast, low-cost cross-border transactions. Ripple's working capital. By selling real USD, Ripple receives cash or other assets from its partners. This boosts its working capital and allows Ripple to expand operations or fund new projects. Impact on XRP and the XRP ledger? XRP locked in the reserve is no longer circulating, effectively reducing its total supply. Liquidity on the XRP ledger increases because on-demand liquidity partners are actively using real USD, potentially creating more demand for XRP indirectly. Imagine this for a second. Think of the long tail effects of the pairings on the back end for XRP. It will be amazing. In short, Ripple converts locked XRP into valuable reserve for RLUSD, creating a new asset for transactions while reducing XRP supply and unlocking funds for growth. This is why I strongly believe Ripple will become the world's first double-digit trillion-dollar company and why the value of XRP will skyrocket in the future. Both XRP and the real USD are set to process transactions via XRP Ledger, making it inevitable for XRP to emerge as the chosen one by 2027-28. 12, he says, by then, we will see global crypto-friendly regulations with banks offering custodial, trading, and staking services. This shift will encourage Gen X and baby boomers to invest in cryptocurrency through ETFs, indexes like Coinbase, and others. How about that? The future is XRP. And I certainly agree. That is all speculative, and I love every single bit of it, Luke. Shout out to you. Give that guy a follow. Super sharp. And I say, with all of that to consider, knowing we're a couple days away, maybe we find out in a couple days that Luke's right. But we still have the real USD to launch in just a couple days. The SEC case to end. New pro-crypto SEC chair to be appointed. New crypto czar, I hope it's Giancarlo. Crypto legislation passed. No cap gains on crypto. Let's see if that goes through. Bitcoin digital asset stockpile reserve bill passed. Banks use digital assets in daily payment business flows. It's easy to see XRP hitting double digits and so much more, isn't it? It really is. Dark Defender says here very quickly, here's the weekly update. People began to believe in XRP after our first target was eliminated, 188. Fibonacci level stands at 585. People started copying our targets, but never mind. We have known their precision for almost 2 years. Our 5-wave structure is the same. We got 188 and 213 as support should it roll over, but we are on a road to $18.22. Not financial advice. And this from Eggrag Crypto here. $2 is the next macro support level. So that is where we are for a rollover. We should fall back. $2 is what we're looking to not dip below if we can. If so, look for the 188. If the momentum holds $2 could become the new macro support, a critical level for future price action. And congrats to those who bought XRP at $2. You're making history as XRP rises to reclaim its throne. He says, I sold a small bit, just 3% at $240 yesterday because he needed some cash, but his confidence in the long-term potential remains rock solid. And you know what he says here? Stay steady and strong. We're on the edge of something monumental, and together we'll witness XRP's rise to greatness, overthrowing Ethereum is the target. And we're headed there because it's the only one that's next. Watch out, Ethereum. We're coming for you. We're going into the Freedom Zone, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you'll join us. Digperspectives.com. Click the Freedom Zone and come on in for next to nothing. You're going to want to be inside because we're always tackling something here that is absolutely crucial for you to know to go along with what we're following in the crypto space. I hope you will join us. Digperspectives.com. Click the Freedom Zone and come on in. All right, here we go. A serious message that we all should take close to heart here. I absolutely love this, and I hope you will too. Let's get into it.